I'm okay.
I'm
Are
okay.
there any breathing techniques that come to mind? When I was in my, very dysregulated state, there was a double inhale and exhale for 4 breaths. And
Mhm.
that was extremely calming to my nervous system, where you fully inhale and then you inhale again and then exhale for
Yes.
4. So are there any breathing techniques that come to mind to regulate the nervous system?
Well, it kind of depends. In the polyvagal theory in nervous system, you can be in different aspects and different breath will be helpful in different states. But generally speaking, if you need to amp yourself up, like motivate yourself, get yourself out of bed, get more arousal, more sympathetic, what you're going to do is breathe really hard, really fast, like something called breath of fire, or you're going to do a longer inhale with a shorter exhale. So it could be like, or breath of fire is basically breathing in and out of your nose as fast as possible, where you're just going,
Mm, I
and you
hate
do it
that
for like
one.
30, 60 seconds. You hate that one. Most people hate that one because they don't want to feel stressed. But in dimensional breath workshops, they'll have people do really intense breath like that for a minute or two at a time, or they'll have people do quick in through their mouth twice and then out through their mouth where they go, and they'll sometimes do
Mm,
that for an hour, and you'll really get like a sympathetic response, and your lymph will start moving, old tension will start getting tight and releasing, and the sympathetic activity will actually clear and bring up a lot of old trauma for people. Whereas
mm,
the opposite is most commonly what people need. So if you're doing like a cold shower, you want to do something sympathetic to like get you amped up to like be able to handle the cold, that would be what you would use to warm your body up. And if you need to cool down or relax or calm down, the parasympathetic breathing is more about a long exhale. So whether that's equal, you can do something called box breathing, where you basically breathe in for a count, hold for a count, breathe out for a count, and hold for a count. That's one way to do it. I prefer where you inhale for a set count of 5 or 10 or however long you inhale for. Doesn't have to be seconds, but you just count slowly on the inhale and you double that count for the exhale. So if you breathe in for 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you breathe out for 10 and just count 3, 4, 5 until you get to 10. So if you double the exhale or lengthen the exhale, that's inevitably going to calm your nervous system back down as well. So for
mm,
most of my patients, they're too amped up, they're too stressed, too high cortisol, the phones are too close. They're either wired and tired or just wired, and they don't realize it. And I'll help them get able to slow their brain down, get able to fall into sleep, especially for people who can't fall asleep. The long exhale, or the one you were mentioning, is really great before bed to help people get their body and their brain into more of a relaxed, calm, parasympathetic state.
mm.